in that regard, I see it as though the only thing that we can take, the only thing we should do here while we can is give love, and the only thing that we do take with us is going to be the love that we gave to others. And so, what do you think inhibits the world or the people outside of these doors from loving each other?
Fear and not understanding themselves. They run away from who they are, not taking responsibility for themselves and who they are, not being willing to do the work that it is to discover who they are. Because if we understand how everything here works, right? I'll give you guys a run through. Your mind is not who you are. Your mind is a tool for who you are. This body is your vessel. Imagine if you're an operator inside this machinery, right? Because when you get up from bed, who tells your body to get up from bed? When you need to do some critical thinking for something at work, who tells your mind to do critical thinking? So if you have that understanding and you know you're in control, what happens when you master your own tools? So in our brains, right, we have the frontal, that's our logical thinking, right? But we also have the limbic, and that's emotional thinking. And those impulses, right, when they're on, that part of our brain is stronger than the other part. So if we're not in awareness, then we're going to end up reacting to life. But if you want to live a great life, you need to respond to life. And then stop seeing life as you want it to be. And start seeing life as it is. And life happens to all of us. But what happens when you respond to your life? I always ask this question to everyone. Please tell me one time when you were angry and you took an action and it worked out for you. Because it doesn't. Karma, cause and effect, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't work out. Something negative is always born. So learn to discover and explore who you are. Learn that when you feel an emotion, you don't have to act on it. And if the emotion doesn't go away, then ask yourself, am I replaying a thought in my mind that I'm focusing on that's keeping me there? So if I understand that, what happens if I choose a different thought? And that's level 1 mastery. Level 2 mastery, there is no good and bad. See, because if I'm searching for happiness, that means that sadness is on the other side. If I'm searching for achievement, that means disappointment is on the other side. So get to a place where you're just being. You're just okay with whatever outcome. You're just enjoying the ride. So forget happiness. Let's focus on the feeling of joy. It's a feeling. That's a state of being. Focus on joy. And when things come, we all have responsibilities. Enjoy to do your responsibilities. Because our belief is that everything must be easy, correct, and enjoyable in life. Simple. Everything in life. Because when you have to take care of something, the only time it becomes hard is when you ignore it. That's when anxiety grows, because you're not paying attention to what you need to take care of. But what happens when you take care of things right away? And what happens when you do it correctly right away? See, because a lot of us will take action, we'll move, but are we doing the correct thing? There's doing things right, and then there's doing the right thing. Let's do the right things from the gate. That way we don't have to backtrack, lose any time. And then watch yourself enjoy everything in life. But then what happens? Every single day you're making an improvement. Every single day you're making an achievement. Every single day you get a small win. Those things add up. What happened when that's your habit? To work on yourself in your life every day. What does your life transform into? What happens when you stop ignoring yourself? What happens when you stop going everywhere else, right? Because you're going to all these places where you don't need to be, and you just go to where you really need to be, which is taking care of yourself and the people around you. Life builds on that. Foundations are one brick at a time. But if there's nobody laying down those bricks, it's not just going to come, because opportunity, when it comes, it's because you're prepared. But how many people are given opportunities but not prepared? So the preparation is the key. And when you start all those little achievements, those little wins, then character, competence are born. And the more self-trust you have, the more confidence you have on taking care of business and being able to do anything. But you gotta start somewhere. So start small. Stop ignoring it. Everybody wants to go for that big win, no, you need to deserve the big win. You need to deserve that big opportunity. You need to put in the legwork. I'm a phenomenal public speaker now, but that's 4+ years later. I'm an incredible businessman now, but that's 5+ years later. Everything happened with time. Nothing ever came from not being consistent and disciplined. What I can tell you is my formula. I built this body, was the first thing I ever built. I was like, I'm building this no matter what. Like, listen, I had a vision, I visualized it, I conceived the idea, I achieved it. So then I received the world recognizing that I built a fit body. But that came to disciplinary action. The conscious awareness, the action needs to be taken, and I took it every day. So everyone says pain or regret or pain or discipline. No, it's love of discipline or pain or regret. Then I just learned that whatever I decide to become disciplined at, I'm going to become great at. It just takes time. So decide to become disciplined at one thing. Achieve being great at it. Put so much work and effort into it that it becomes effortless. Feel that and then transfer that to everything else you do in life. Watch how easy life becomes.